We go by train to Bury via Birmingham and Manchester. We're given nothing to eat or drink all day. I'm Norbert Meyn. I'm a singer. I come from Weimar in Germany, which when I grew up was in communist East Germany. I sang already as a child in church, in a church choir, and I've been loving music all my life. In 2012, I was asked as a professor at the Royal College of Music to become part of a European Union-funded project that was looking at the legacy of émigrés who had fled the Holocaust and come to Britain in the 1930s. And so we started putting on performance projects at the Royal College about these musicians. And Peter Gellhorn was one of them. Somebody gave me a film, a sort of a home video of Peter describing his experiences during internment, but also later on in his career in Britain, which was formidable, and also talking about his actual music, his own compositions. When Peter and many of his fellow émigrés first came to Britain, and they obviously were, it's like nowadays the refugees that make it to the West often are the really educated ones, the ones that actually are very resourceful, and so these people were welcomed here very much by and helped by British families, by refugee organizations like the Quakers and the Jewish refugee organizations. But that was a really big shock when in 1940 Churchill just said collar the lot, and they were rounded up and interned. So I mean it was a very big sort of moment in their lives, which where everything took a completely unexpected turn. The memory of having to endure this ordeal was stayed with them. But then on the other hand, especially for the younger ones like Gellhorn, it was also an extreme situation where you met people that you probably wouldn't have met otherwise, and amongst the musicians in the camps in Warth Mills, but then also on the Isle of Man and in Huyton near Liverpool, there was a camaraderie. They just had nothing to do. They just spent time with each other. So these young people, they found these sort of incredible mentors, and they made music together, and there were friendships that were formed in these camps that lasted for the rest of their lives. Well, for the performance, we have a variety of pieces by Gellhorn. The most exciting one is called Murach, and it's a piece that was written on the Isle of Man in Internment. It talks about the longing for a green hill outside the camp, because of course they were sort of in this beautiful landscape, but they could only see it, they couldn't get there. It's incredibly powerful as a piece because it speaks of the time when we are free, we will still, this beauty will stay with us. So it's taking a very sort of positive view, really, in a very difficult situation. But it starts with the sentence, beyond barbed wire, the sea, and the sun's last fire burning up, the hill. So it's really, it's poetry that was created in this rather raw and difficult situation.